Here's how it will work. Once a month, our 5 city-run grocery stores will set prices for this core set of goods at 30% below typical retail prices. No exceptions, no gimmicks. The savings will last for the entire month. That means no weekly fluctuations nor sticker shock at the checkout line.
New York City's new mayor thought opening 5 government-owned grocery stores, 1 per borough, 30% below every retailer in the city, would, quote, make life more affordable. A core basket of everyday staples. No gimmicks, no catches. He thought he'd solve the affordability crisis. Until someone ran the math. The corner stores he's supposedly competing against operate on 1 to 2% profit margins. 1 to 2%. If a bodega makes pennies on every dollar and the government shows up selling the same goods 30% cheaper on government-owned land, paying 0 rent, 0 property tax, 0 utilities, there's only one outcome. Thousands of family-owned businesses evaporated, and a $70 million taxpayer bill just to build the stores before a single item is sold. I'm Brandon Mace, and this is Political Lens. Here's what we're breaking down today. Number 1, the economics behind the 30% discount and why even Forbes is asking if this breaks Economics 101. Number 2, what happens to 13,000 bodegas when the city becomes the subsidized competition? Number 3, the $70 million build cost and the perpetual subsidies critics are warning about. Let's break down really what happened here. Mayor Mamdani announced the plan on July 27th. 5 municipal grocery stores, $70 million to build them, tucked inside a $124.7 billion city budget. The promise? Essential goods at 30% below traditional retailers. Here's where it gets interesting. These existing businesses, family-owned, generations deep, operate on 1 to 2% margins. That's the documented reality. There is no cost-effective supply chain that gets you 30% below what people are already selling at near zero profit. The city will buy groceries at market price and sell them for significantly less than they paid. In plain English, every single transaction loses money. And the taxpayer covers every dollar of the loss. Think about what that means. You walk in, get $100 worth of groceries for $70, and the city eats the $30 gap. That's not a discount. That's a subsidy paid for by you.
Fernando Mateo, co-founder of United Bodegas of America, says the mayor's plan will hurt the mom-and-pop establishments that he represents.
We know what we're doing. You don't. You're 33 years old. You've never owned a business. You've never run a city. You've never run a business.
Will it hurt bodegas?
It will hurt everybody. Not just bodegas. It will hurt communities.
The city claims these stores won't sell hot food, alcohol, cigarettes, or lottery tickets. Those are the bodega's protected revenue. What they don't tell you is that foot traffic is everything. When someone walks to the government store for cheaper milk and produce, they're not stopping at the bodega for that sandwich and lottery ticket. The whole ecosystem collapses. And here's the thing critics are already pointing out. There's nothing stopping bodega owners themselves from walking into the city store, buying discounted groceries in bulk, and reselling them in their own shops. No ID check, no purchase limits. Opponents are already calling these ration shops. The stores get cleaned out, and then the neighborhood that had a functioning, if struggling, grocery ecosystem has nothing for the rest of the month. That happened. That is the math. Let's zoom out because this is bigger than 5 grocery stores. This is $70 million to build them, upfront, taxpayer-funded, plus subsidies in perpetuity to keep prices 30% below a market that already runs on razor-thin margins. Forbes ran the headline, "Do Mamdani's city-run grocery stores break Economics 101?" The answer is sitting right in front of us. And next year, when the subsidies balloon and the city comes back for more, because they always do, this year's 5 stores become next year's 50. The city created the conditions that bankrupt small businesses. Congestion pricing driving up delivery costs, regulatory burdens piling on, and now that same city is going to compete against them with their own tax dollars. That is not an accident. That is a model.
So he said no exceptions. He said no gimmicks. Senator, the entire thing is a gimmick. You're going around the marketplace. You're subsidizing it with tax dollars to give what is going to be a small percentage of the people in this city a very good deal on whatever amount of groceries they can hoard out of this place at 7 a.m. every day when it opens before the shelves are barren by 9 o'clock in the morning. And somehow you think that's going to have a positive impact on the city at large. It's almost hard to explain how stupid these people are with ideas like this.
Whether you're MAGA, independent, or progressive, this is not just a New York story. It's a preview. I want you to hear this word for word. The government makes it impossible for small businesses to survive, then declares they're too expensive and opens its own subsidized alternative to save the community. That's not governance. That's a takeover, and it's being tested right now in the biggest city in America. The question isn't whether these stores fail. The question is how much damage they do on the way down, and which city tries it next. Drop your take in the comments below, because this is exactly the kind of conversation they don't want you having. We will see you on the next video right here on Political Lens.